You have a whale. You have a humpback whale. Why do you have a humpback whale in your inventory? That's... Good morning, everyone. I'm Dave. Welcome back to the wee hours where I suffer from periodic bouts of insomnia and play games to pass the time. We are back in the world of A.T.O.M RPG in the town of Krasno, whose full name I cannot pronounce. And we've got our brand new companion, Fidel. Fidel has agreed to come with us while we try and locate these mushroom cult people who are being extremely elusive. So a couple of things I wanted to do is, first of all, head out to the larger world. And I wanted to immediately drop down a campsite because our health is not so good and our hunger is ticking up pretty rapidly. So let's get some roast meat going. That'll kind of cure a bunch of problems right off the bat. So only 11 health for that, which is less than ideal. And also, we need to arm Fidel. Fidel doesn't have any weapons. So, Fidel, you need to be a little more heavily armed than just your fists. I think we can give him this 9mm we've been carrying around. I like the TT pistol. I'm going to stick with that. The hunting rifle, I don't really have any ammo for it. I mean, not enough to make it worthwhile. So I'm going to give him the 9mm and any 9mm ammo that I have, making sure that I don't take stuff for the TT pistol. Okay, you can have all of that. Yep, all of that. And that can go to Fidel. Have fun with that, Fidel. Okay, now we can stop talking, Fidel. Now, I would assume he's going to auto-equip that. In the tradition of Fallout and Fallout 2, companions will just auto-equip their weapons. We'll find out in the next battle. But the next plan is actually to go back to the farm, where we had all sorts of problems a couple of episodes ago. What with the farmers wanting to murder me and everything. I want to see if we can get back there and kind of redo that in the proper manner thanks to the comments section, and see if we can get a positive result out of that. So, Maidenspring Farm, all the way over here, I have no doubt something will pop up and try and murder me between now and then. But while we're walking, comments section, once again, which is way better at this game than I am, cannot find this mushroom cult person. So, if you know where the mushroom cult person is, trading caravan, yeah, sure, we'll meet the caravanners. Absolutely. If you know where the mushroom cult person is in Krasno, please don't be shy about telling me, because prior to recording this, I just kind of bounced around the whole town talking to everyone I could possibly talk to, and no one seems in the least bit culty in any way, shape, or form. You look like the head trader. Let's talk to you and see what do you have. I think we've met you before. I think we've seen your stuff before. You have a log. A log for sale. Okay. Well, if I had a little more experience... You have gunpowder. That's pretty cool. How much do you want for that? Quite a bit. If I had any more experience in crafting, I'm sure that log would be really handy. You have an old boot. Alrighty. You have a whale. You have a humpback whale. Why do you have a humpback whale in your inventory? That's different and doesn't work in combat is what I'm reading here. I'm not surprised. Apparently it's a healing item. 3 to 7 health, hunger, and it's going to tick up my rads. So that's just no good. You have a whale, sir. Why do you have a whale? Corned meat. Salted chunk of meat can hold for a long time and there's no pathogenic bacteria. Not much health, but pretty good on the hunger. And our food supply is actually a little less than I would like it to be honest. We have some raw meat there. We should still have some canned meat available. Oh, wow, we don't. Actually, our food is nowhere near what I need it to be. All right, well, guess what, Chief? I'm sold on that. I might pass on the whale meat, a canteen, a babushka scarf. You got all sorts of interesting stuff here. Some booze. You have tea. Geez, I actually might take the whale meat because at least it's better than nothing. It's kind of pricey, though. I'm not wholly surprised by that. It must be very hard to acquire a humpback whale in the middle of the wasteland. No, I don't think I want any of the rest of this. What could we sell you? Oh, I gotta remember to equip that bag. That was another thing that the comments section said. I'll come back to that in a sec. I think I'm just gonna give you the rubles for this. Yeah, just gonna give you the rubles. There we go. Thank you. Yep, nope, we're done. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. So that bag, while I've still got it fresh in my head here, absolutely will help with inventory management, but only if I equip it. So where does that actually go? Does that go down here? Okay, great. Plus 6 kilograms carry weight. Good, that'll help. That'll definitely be a help. So now we've got almost 33 out of 54 for carry weight. So we're pretty good on that. All right, let's keep moving along towards the farm here. All right, this is a little different one that we haven't seen before. You found an animal path. Local animals are probably going to the watering hole here. Do you want to try and hunt here? We've got a 23% chance of following the animal trail, which is nothing, but, you know, just because I haven't seen this before, let's go hunting. Sure, failure. You guardedly started to follow the animal's footprints after a while got spotted. Not today, hunter. Okay, well, that's fair. I had a terrible chance at it, but that's interesting. We can kind of go hunting. I've never seen that in the game before. Yeah, let's try the farm again and see if maybe the farmers want to be a little bit nicer to us this time. All right, so the big thing the comments section was telling me is to get this started at all in a positive manner, you need to look at the grave first. That's the very first thing we need to do. And I have looked at it, and it says, without a shovel at the ready, you cannot succeed. I'm not going to dig up this woman's grave. I feel like we did this before. Is there any other interaction apart from the actual headstone that we can do? I can see the name, Mawa, and I know that's the important part of this quest. That's what's going to get the farmer's wife on your side, allegedly, and I trust the comments. You guys are playing this game way better than I am. But let's see what we can do with that. Now, which one was the wife? The one who immediately wants to start murdering me. Is that you, or are you one of the daughters? No, nice young girl, simple calico dress. Yeah, we've talked to you before. You're the one with big dreams of the city, right? That must be a mistake. If you have some business, you should go to Dad or Mom. Okay, I would actually like to go to your mother. That was exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, I'm stunned by your beauty. Takes a few steps back. Thank you. You're quite the looker yourself. Well, thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone said about me all day. I can't help paying a compliment to a lovely girl. The girl giggles. I have a couple of urgent questions. No, I don't, actually. I just want to talk to your mother. Unfortunately, right now, I must hurry. Okay, where did your mother go? Did she... I just see her sneak in here. Is that you? Or are you the... Is there 2 daughters here? Strongly built, tall, middle-aged woman. Okay, this is the woman that we want to be talking to. She smiles kindly. I have a couple of very personal questions. What's the story with that grave right next to the gates? This is probably going to end in murder again. All right. Visibly shivers at the mention of the mysterious grave you've seen earlier. Her face, however, is still relatively calm. Bite your tongue, why are you talking about this? We kind of did all of this a couple of episodes ago, and I don't want to listen either. I'm not allowed, so are you just wandering around, walking, looking into things? Well, let's try the speechcraft option again. Tell me that won't cost you anything. Speechcraft? Okay, success with that. Lets out a heavy sigh and looks direct. I feel we've been down this path before, though. That you two have suffered, yes, it shows. Don't look away. It seems as if our fate as women is to go through sorrow. So deep that moss will just grow over your house as it just stands there completely forgotten and uncared for. That's why I keep talking, telling stories. My daughter has died. That's what happened to me. My daughter, little Masha, my gentle little girl. Okay, more matter and less art, Adam RPG. Woman starts to cry silently. All right. Her grave, near this spring, she loved it so much. It's deep. You could tell it's new. Only made its way up from the depths of the earth a couple of years ago. All right, so what are my options here? Every mother's worst nightmare to lose a child. What kind of mother are you? You're a she-wolf, not a mother. Probably won't go down that route. That's life, nothing to be done about it. Or another speech check. We didn't do so well with these before. Let's just try and be sympathetic. It's every mother's worst nightmare. Woman finally gives in to the tearful crying. Tears are flowing freely. Thank you, you understand me. Who else will understand another woman's sorrow? It appears I'm paying off to have played this character as a female because she's all, oh, women, our lot in life is to suffer. Slowly but surely, the woman starts to calm down, and after a couple of minutes, tears stop flowing. Let's not talk about it anymore. I'm barely holding it together. The only thing that helps me get out of bed in the morning are thoughts of my kids. All right. Yeah, all right, so let's change the topic. Now will you talk to me about the three brothers that I'm supposed to be finding? Okay, let's give it a shot. Don't read too much into it, but I'm looking for a group of men. Soon you notice that your last sentence caused a reaction. The woman's hands that seemed as unshakable as her whole powerful figure begin to tremble. We haven't seen anyone here. All right, I haven't even told you who I'm looking for. Why are you shaking? It's very important. Well, hopefully we've gained this woman's sympathy, so it's very important, Mother. Just listen to know who I am looking for. Seems to indicate somewhat of a compassion. All right, good. Good start. No matter what you need, no one passes through here. I haven't seen anyone here. All right. I feel we're just kind of going down the same path, and I really want to exercise the option of smack the woman with all your strength to show her who's the boss. I won't. That's terrible. It's terrible. Terrible people would do that, but Jesus, this quest is frustrating me. The men I'm looking for aren't local. The men I'm working for work for Dan. Try to remember. Most probably they look like hardened criminals. I'm just going to try and take the softest option with whatever my options are here. Woman shivers at the mention. We have nothing in common with people like that. Yeah, I know you don't. Cross my heart, I don't know. Have you seen no one at all? Try to remember, please. Maybe 100 rubles will help your memory. Well, I do have the money. It's not my wish to look for them. Well, we failed with that speechcraft before, or I can threaten her again. Let's again, just trying the softer option every single time. Chooses to keep her mouth shut. She finally waves a hand and said, "You're asking the wrong people. We don't know anything around here. Your questions should all be asked elsewhere." Okay, the woman seems to have calmed down. However, white knuckles indicate her true state. All right, I can just attack her. We know where that ends. Let's go with the speechcraft. It's probably my strongest option. Success, okay. The woman looks you directly in the eyes and lets out a sigh. You're sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for whatever it will take to get this conversation to its positive conclusion. Oh, I think we got someone here. All right. I think we got something. Okay, good, good. And I'm sorry for having lost my girl, my older daughter, Masha. She was violated and killed by those bastards. All right, I will happily shoot them for you. Well, maybe. Actually, I'm not really very good at that. But I will happily let Fidel shoot them. So go on, feel sorry for my little Masha, then we'll talk. When you understand what it's like for a mother to lose her daughter, her little beloved girl. Okay, what have I got going on here? I promise I could do speechcraft for, I promise to find out what has happened. Personality. I have no idea what you're talking about. I could just go with, please tell me, or, threatening her or attacking her. I promised to find out what has happened, but I promised it to the Raiders, and she probably doesn't want to hear about that. I'm going to try personality. Success! Oh, thank God. I didn't want to do this entire quest chain again. Woman smiles. Would you look at that? I find it hard to believe it's you who is looking for them after all. You've come all this way to find these animals, and you know nothing. Okay. You actually don't know. No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking all these questions, woman. I'll tell you because I feel pity for you, you fool. Honest to God, I pity you. You choose bad company. Yeah, well, there it is. Even though Kostya told me not to tell anyone because he's afraid of just that. All right. It's you who came looking for them, not a detachment of creeps he was expecting, so that's why I think it will be fine if I tell you, yes, please tell me. I will continue listening in silence. Closes her eyes. She just talks. She just needs to get something off her chest. Yes, please, go ahead. Your so-called guys indeed were here. They've been here. They talked to Kostya, asked for a place to sleep. I was the idiot who nagged him to let them sleep in the shed instead of making them sleep in the tent in the middle of our backyard. What did they do? Well, we know what they did. They killed your daughter. And I'm happy to go extract some revenge if I'm capable of doing so. Woman leads towards you. Her eyes fill up with tears. Her lower lip trembles as she throws at you the following short phrase. They have tried to sell me a pendant, the pendant of my daughter, the one she was wearing the same day. Okay, so these guys came along. Your daughter was dead. These guys came along and gave you evidence that they were, in fact, the ones who killed your daughter. Ma'am, if you point me in their direction, I swear I will make every attempt to murder them. Just please, please, A.T.O.M RPG, let me get to the end of this conversation. A sudden snob makes her whole body shake. That is a very funny typo. A very funny typo. A sudden snob makes her whole body shake. So some toffee-nosed person walked in here and she got all kerfuffled over that. Okay. They've killed her. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. I understand. Killed and robbed her. Yes, my Masha. Woman starts shaking like the proverbial leaf. Her temper turned full-blown seizure. Swine, damn mobsters. Yes. She's passed away because of these godless monsters. Barely managed to get to Kostya. Okay, we've got a decision here. Thank you. I couldn't feel my legs. He quietly told me to lock the kids inside and stay with them. When we finally went outside, your guys were already gone. Kostya has repaid them for what they've done, and the only thing I've seen was blood on the ground and the hungry squeaking coming from the pigsty. Got it. That's the most horrifying story I've ever heard. It's also one of the longest stories I've ever heard, ma'am. All right, please accept my condolences. Silently bow. All right. And we're not going to do the horrible fourth options. That's just terrible. Please accept my condolences. Woman lets out several loud sobs, apparently not several loud snobs, and then wipes her swollen red eyes. I was wrong about you after all, or was I? No, you were wrong about me. There aren't any words that can bring my baby back to life. It's nice to know there are kind people still left in this world. Could you please just tell me where they are? The woman smiles, but there is an indescribable sadness in her eyes. She was just like you, a traveler. She was always out picking mushrooms or berries. Oh, was she picking mushrooms for the mushroom cult? Because I'd love to know where those guys are. All right. Always looking for a chance to jump over the fence and run as fast as she could. So, I can't believe I was sent to look for... Should I go be checking the pigsty to see if there's any remains of them there? I can't believe I was sent to look for such scumbags. I'm sorry to leave you alone with your grief. Okay, some more dialogue with her later. A.T.O.M RPG, you're a great game, but maybe you could trim down the flowery dialogue. Just saying, you could actually shave a lot of this off. There's nothing wrong with good dialogue in a game, but as Shakespeare said, more matter and less art. So, why were you looking for them? I got involved with this gang. These things happen. I was hired. That's probably the best response. It's just business. Looks down at the ground. At least you were emotionless. Yeah, after all this conversation, I am kind of emotionless, ma'am. God-forsaken times when your own flesh and blood, also A.T.O.M RPG, you need to proofread this, might be taken away from you at any second. Violated. Yes, woman. I know it won't change how you feel about me or make me better in any way, but I do feel sorry for your loss. Okay. Oh my God, we're done. We're finally done. Fidel, I'm so sorry. You just, sat there for half a game day listening to that conversation. So I feel like we should check the pigsty, because that's clearly what happened to these people, is Kostya murdered them and fed them to the pigs. Where is there a pigsty? I don't actually see a pigsty. I remember there being pigs. There's a pigsty. All right, there's a pig anyway. So, is there anything we should be... Should we interact with the pig to see if there's, leftover bits? It doesn't look like... Oh, God, no, not you again. No, go away. No, God, no. I don't want to talk to you ever again. I feel we've kind of solved the mystery. We know what happened. And again, thank you to folks in the comments for telling me how to achieve that outcome by going to the grave first before you start talking to anyone. I kind of want to talk to Kostya, but I fear getting into another 20-minute dialogue. Let me just poke my nose in his direction, and if it's excruciating, I'll edit a lot of it out. Okay, not excruciating at all. He just flat out doesn't want to talk to me. He just blows me off. So, all right, let's just check the old, not that. Let's not check that at all. Let's check the old quest log here and see where we're at with that. That was in the factory. Now that you know what happened to the three brothers. Okay, so we have gained the information. We do know what happened to them. We can return to Dan and tell him about it. All right, let's get back to the raider camp. Well, unfortunately, on the way, we've got a bunch of rats and insects that want to murder us. We've got a decent chance of escaping, 43%. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Nope. We're going to be fighting some bugs and some rats. Last time we did this, we had to basically kite them all the way around here. How many am I actually seeing? Rat, rat, bug, bug, rat, rat. Quite a few of them is the answer to that question. Let's not kick them for a start. Let's actually shoot them. Oh, wow, I have a terrible chance at this. Terrible chance at this. Fidel, kind of curious how you're going to do. How do you do in combat? Well, alright. You hit it. Wow, that thing took 17 hit points and didn't go down? That's a little concerning, actually. That's more than a little concerning, and Fidel is basically going to get swarmed here, no pun intended. Yeah, he's... you know what, Fidel? This is what you're going to learn traveling with me, is where load zones live, and how to get out of here quickly. You did take one of them down. Nicely done. Nicely done. Geez, I'm kind of 50-50 on this battle now. I'm wondering if I could actually go in and just help Fidel. Oh, no, there's more coming in. Yeah, there's more coming in. Yeah, I think this is a bad move, Fidel. We're out of here. Well, you're going to take a whole lot more damage before that happens, but hopefully you have enough hit points to survive that. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. You're getting bitten by a bunch of rats. Don't get a disease or something, Fidel. You're my only companion. I kind of need your help. Okay, we're good. We're out of here. And back in the Raider camp, we can have a chit-chat with Dan and figure out what the result of this quest line is. Yes, we know about Dan. I came to report. I found out what happened to those 3 brothers that you sent me to look for. Okay. Those 3 killed the farmer's older daughter and got what was coming to them. The father of the family killed all of them. Dan's face turns grim. Well, that's surely an oversight on my part. All right, answer me this. Do the farmers know who sent those 3 idiots? Although I have no particular love for the farmers, I don't see that sort of ratting them out is going to help. I don't necessarily want them murdered, although they murdered me several times, so I'm not really sure why I'm being nice to them. But I'm going to say no. They don't know that they came from the Raider camp. Dan stares you in the eye for a while and nods. I believe you, even though it's a very serious matter, which could potentially cost them their lives. The villagers aren't guilty of anything. What's next? Or stay silent. Or I'd like to kill them myself. Well, that is actually broadly true, but I think we're just... You know what? Let's just stay silent. Let's see where this goes. Give me a sec. Dan gestures for you to be quiet. Well, I am being quiet. That's actually the option that I chose. Dan, listen, you did the job and you did it well. I can appreciate your resourcefulness. Takes out a bundle of bills and hands it to you. 700 rubles. Well, dang. Wow, that's really good. Cool. Money ain't gonna hurt. Or probably ask for more money. Or, yeah. No, that's fine. Just take the money. Take the money. Excellent. 700 rubles. That's a really good reward for that. The moment you've finished your sentence, the mob leader is going through his notebook, obviously looking for something he's written down. What's done is done, at least for the moment. Now I need something a little bit different from you. I think you'll be happy to hear that's somewhat more straightforward. All right. Resembling... Dan, get to the meat of this. You need to scout out a certain place that everyone is talking about lately, but nobody has any useful information about it. I'm talking about the so-called Roaring Forest, also known as the Rattling Forest or the Rumbling Forest. Well, it seems like the forest has a lot of tummy trouble. And other names. Give me your map, I'll mark it for you. It's all legwork. When you get there, look around, take a stroll, talk to the locals, should there be any. Okay. All right. That sounds like a good quest to be doing. That sounds fine. Yeah. I don't care about your theories as to why it's roaring. Why are you interested in that forest? If the rumors are true, there's a secret bunker or laboratory. All right. Or an underground railway. Yeah, that sounds actually really interesting. So let's get on this, Dan. All right, I'm going to start working on the assignment. Absolutely. And I think that's a good place to leave it for right now. And hopefully we can get that quest started in the next episode. That sounds interesting. I'm all about an underground bunker or an underground railroad or an underground anything. because once you start going underground in these post-apocalyptic RPGs, things start to get super interesting. So we'll probably just get straight on with that at the beginning of the next episode. But in the meantime, comments section, please, because you're so much better at this game than I am. Can I, in fact, proceed with the main quest? Can I, in fact, find the mushroom cult person who's supposed to be in the Krasno suburbs? Does he in fact exist, or am I wasting my time looking for him or her because that's a development issue? I'm hitting a development wall. So if you know, please don't be shy. Please speak up and tell me how or can we proceed with the main quest about finding the mushroom cult people, persons, whomever they may be. But until then, I'm Dave. Thank you as always for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.